Hello there, I'm here with Dani Knox, who's the youth worker at St Boniface Church in Birmingham. And Dani's agreed to tell us a bit about a very exciting project that the church is involved with to reach out to young people in the community. Dani, welcome.
Thank you.
So tell us about it. What exactly is St Boniface doing?
We've started up a detached work project, which means that instead of expecting young people to come to us, that we're going out to them, their territory, meeting them where they're at.
Great. And how did that all start?
About 2 years ago, we just did a consultation with the area and learnt there was a massive perception that young people were up to no good, and that the young people felt there was nothing for them in their area, and lots of things about that. So we felt it was right to try and address that. And so we started thinking about this idea of detached work, getting out onto the streets, spent some time working on it, and in May 2008 we started going out, building relationships with young people on the streets, which is great. That
sounds very exciting. So have other agencies been involved with this?
Yeah, it's been one of its strengths is that it's not just St Boniface Church and Faith Group doing it. There's Neighbourhood Watch. The police have been incredibly supportive when we shared the idea. They wanted to get on board. Other youth services, City Council, the schools, extended schools, cluster coordinators. It's just been a real multi-agency project.
And from the church itself, I assume there have been lots of people from the church involved.
Yeah.
What sorts of people?
The bulk of the people come from church, but it's been a real mix really. So the youngest have been 18 and the eldest has been 72. And for some of those they've done stuff with youth work before, some of them they haven't ever worked with young people before, which is really exciting. So it doesn't matter what age you are, it doesn't matter how much experience you've got, you can come and work on the project.
So all sorts of people involved.
Yeah.
Has it been a major time commitment for them?
Not majorly. It started off with a 3-hour training morning that we all attended, and then at the moment what we're asking is for people to give up an hour and a half once a month. And some people, when we started out, it was an hour a week, but there's a team that goes out for an hour and a half each week, but most people are signed up to just once a month, so it's an hour and a half a month.
Great, so not too much of a time commitment.
No.
And the young people we've reached, how have they responded?
They've responded really well. We've had about 600 significant conversations with young people out in the streets in 9 months, had great times with them, but we've never had any hostility, we've never had any violence. When we explain what we're doing and making sure they're safe, building relationships and telling them what's going on in the area, they've been really positive, and we engage in great chats with them, and they're asking us questions, not just engage in a one-sided conversation, they get involved. So they've loved that there's a team out with them.
That's very encouraging. And for the wider community, what's the impact been like there?
Again, a positive one. So we go out and we often see parents out asking, what are we doing with, chatting to kids. We explain to them what we're doing. And they've been really positive to know that there's a team out caring for their young people, not taking advantage, see our bead, and are just trying to help out the community. It's been received really positively. And I get to go to meetings where lots of people come and complain about the area and share the project. And it's just been received really well. Everyone seems to be really pleased that the project's happening.
And what's the long-term plan? Where do you see this whole project going?
Long term, I'd love to see the wider community get involved. So we've got lots of little groups, but for those people that aren't part of a church or Neighbourhood Watch or a youth work agency, to be able to get involved. So it's a whole community caring for their community instead of just a fraction of the community. So just seeing hundreds of people out on the streets over the course of the month caring for young people would just be wonderful.
Sounds fantastic. Dani, thank you very much.
It's all right, thank you.
Back to the studio. I'm sorry, I've always wanted to say that.